Breaking news, Columbia Green Federal Credit Union just saved our member $105 a month on their car payment.
That's no surprise. CGFCU helps our members save thousands.
Wait, thousands?
Yep, we have fantastic rates and flexible terms.
We save our members by refinancing autos, boats, campers, and even credit cards.
Apply today, see how much you can save.
All right, welcome back to the Press Box, presented by Columbia Green Federal Credit Union. It's a big week this week, and on the phone we have Ichabod Crane coach Tracy Nytransky, who's leading her team back to the state Final Four this weekend.
Absolutely, and Trace, I know you're very, very busy this week, with all the preparations for the Final Four, but definitely want to thank you for taking a little time out of your busy schedule to chop it up with us, so thanks.
Sure, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Well, another stellar season, 20-1. Colonial Council champs, Section 2 champs, another regional championship, and your third Final Four appearance in 4 years. I think I've covered it all for this season anyway. But tell me how you feel about getting this far once again.
We're feeling pretty good. I think the kids and myself are pretty, we're thrilled with where we are. This is something that sometimes doesn't happen to anybody once in their career, and at least to be able to get here 3 times in 4 years is pretty amazing feat that we have been accomplishing here.
Now, the 3 other teams involved, I know it's hard to prepare for teams like this because you don't see them, obviously, during the course of the season. You've got Olean, your opponent, in the state semifinal. The other semifinal, you have Westlake and Susquehanna Valley. But is there any special way or anything different about preparing for a team like Olean that you don't know all that much about?
Well, you don't change too much, but we know at this stage of the game there's going to be good pitching no matter who we play.
Right.
And you just can't look past that first game. That's the game we need to win. We're going to be more focused on that one. Mm-hmm. Getting to the final game is the big picture. That's where we really want to be. But that first game, if you don't get that one, then it's done. So it's win or go home, and we just want to kind of prepare to win that game.
That's right.
Talked to a couple people and learned a little bit about them, but sometimes you're almost better off just going into it blind, playing your game, and hoping to come out and win again.
Absolutely. I know their pitcher, Alyssa Ramarge, is actually committed to your alma mater, St. Bonaventure. She's a good pitcher, obviously, to get them this far. But their record is 16-7 coming into Saturday State semifinal. I know it's a bit misleading. They lost a couple of games down in a spring tournament down in Myrtle Beach, but so far they've been on a roll. They've won 16 of their last 20 games, and they beat a very good Bishop Kearney team, the Section 5 champ, to get to this level. But as far as hitting, I mean, are you aware of what they got in terms of their bats and what they bring to the table there?
Actually, not sure. I know their game with Bishop Kearney was an 8 inning. I think they won 6-5 in that game. I do know that their pitcher who is going to St. Bonaventure is going to play shortstop and not pitch. So I'm hoping we'll be able to put a couple runs up. I've heard a rumor that Callista is the top 3 if we were going in those 3 pitchers with Bishop Kearney, us, and Olean. So hopefully she'll be able to shut them down and keep them off the base path.
Absolutely. Now, Callista Pippin, what can we say? She's the 2-time Gatorade State Player of the Year. Now, I wrote down these numbers because I couldn't remember them all. They're so fantastic. I mean, they're hard to believe almost. 324 strikeouts in 129 innings, 2 earned runs allowed, 22 hits in 21 games. I lost track. 6 no-hitters, 7 one-hitters, and there's more incredible numbers. But tell me, what makes her this good? Obviously, she's a very, very talented young lady, but the work ethic, tell us about that, because so many people are intrigued by what she brings to the table that might not have seen her pitch to this point, and they want to know what makes her so good.
Well, it's funny because people have asked me, when do you play again? People aren't even interested in softball. Actually want to come and see her throw.
Sure.
She's the kind of kid that works all year long. So off season, during the season. And she's not just pitching. She's working out. She's conditioning. She goes and does a whole bunch of different things. She's just the kind of kid that, if you had 9 of those on the team, you'd be a state champion every year.
Right.
But obviously she plays, and she also plays the perfect position to put us in that situation. But she just is, her work ethic, I don't think I've ever had a kid that worked that hard, ever, like in my coaching career.
It's great too how she maintains her focus, because again, with the type of pitcher she is and the numbers she's put up, I mean, all the accolades coming her way, she keeps a level head. I mean, after every game, there's a reporter or a TV camera, in her face, asking her all sorts of questions, but she keeps a composure and just keeps coming back and putting up these incredible numbers. But of course, as you know, I mean, one person doesn't make a team, and you've got a lot of talented kids on the team. Tell us about some of the other kids that have made some real good contributions for this team this year to get you to this level.
Well, number one, you have my catcher, Jenna Downey, who has to catch her every game. I don't know how her hand survives all of that.
True.
And she catches her over the summer, and they go and they train, and Jenna goes with her whenever she does pitching lessons. So obviously you need somebody that can call the pitches, understand how they move, understand where you're going to have to catch the ball and set up. So she's definitely a big part of Calissa's success, and I think the two of them, the chemistry between the two of them the past couple of years has really helped out.
Right.
Going around the lineup, you've got Alex McKieran. She was a senior first baseman. She is always referred to hit a home run. She's a strong kid. She's got good bat speed. She actually likes the faster pitching better. She got Gabby Cox over at shortstop. She's a base-stealing threat. So she gets on the bases 90% of the time she's going to score.
Quite the hockey player, too, I understand.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Quite the hockey player, too, I understand. She's got a full ride, right, to play hockey.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, she's got a scholarship to go to Mercyhurst.
Right.
After this. She's just ridiculously athletic, so that helps.
Definitely. Now, you're also a bit of a young team. I think a lot of people, you hear these names every year over and over. You figure you just have a team full of seniors. But you have quite a few younger people that are coming back next year also.
We've got 4 seniors, 3 that start. And the young kids coming up, the JV team went undefeated. I know their pitcher had a bunch of no-hitters, and I think we're going to be a force for a little while.
Absolutely. And undefeated JV team, too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they had a really good season. 17-0 they went this year.
And again, at the risk of sounding corny, it's like they say, Ichabod Crane doesn't rebuild, they just reload. It seems.
I'm good with that.
Exactly. Now, tell me, as a coach, when you have a team with this much talent, is it hard to keep the kids from getting complacent? Because again, you got to know coming in to this season how good you are, and with an ace pitcher and with a good hitting lineup. As a coach for you, is it hard to keep them focused and with the eyes on the prize?
Yeah, sometimes it is. We have to actually take a seat and kind of look at ourselves at some point and have a meeting and say, look, we have the potential to do real well, but sometimes, they think we're good. They don't have to play that much defense. You don't have to work as hard as you think you do. And that was a big deal. Probably like mid-season, I actually think the best thing that happened to us was losing that game to Oneida.
Right.
Because then it was like, reality check here. We can get beat. So we have to kind of start over, pick up where we've been working real hard, but you actually have to step up your game a little bit. And that's where I think we step up our game a little bit for the Schuylerville game. We were, I wouldn't say nervous. We don't usually come to a game nervous, but
right.
You're going to see some real competition there.
Absolutely. Yep. And then you weathered the storm, though, and beat them. Not that peel a scab off a wound, but tell us about that one and only loss to Oneida. I know it was in the Morbido tournament, right? In Mudville, and it was one of those situations where again, Calista was unbelievable. I think she had 40 strikeouts in 2 games and gave up maybe 2 hits. But the rules as they stand, as you went to extra innings, they have to put a runner on second base, right? And
they used to do that in sectionals and regionals, and they cut that out because I think it just changes the game too much.
Oh,
you have to earn it to win it.
Yeah.
But they have a time limit for the tournament and everything. So they had to run on at second, and I think they might have got somebody else on. And we ended up making an error.
Yeah.
And they scored 2 runs. We came back in the bottom half and scored 1, but it wasn't enough. So
yeah, exactly.
It comes down to you can't make mistakes at this stage of the game.
That's true. So even with the one loss, it's one little blemish, but I guess you could put a little asterisk on that one because of the circumstances. But talk to us about the parental support and the fan support that you get from the Ichabod community. I know I was up at the Ogdensburg game the other day, the regional final, which you won in 5 innings, 12-0. Alex McKieran hit that home run, the 2-run shot, and over the center field fence. But looking around, there were so many Ichabod folks there that make the trip. And it seems like wherever you go, you're going to have a good following. Talk to us about that support and what it means to the team.
Yeah, we have great support. In the past 4 years, I think once you get far and you are seeing better competition, and people kind of open some eyes a little bit. More people come out and want to watch your games. Like I said before, people are coming out because they want to see Calista pitch that don't know anything about softball. They know that we've got some kids that can hit. We got kids that can play defense and run the bases. The parents have been great all year. They come to almost every game. I don't have a lot of kids going home in the bus because their parents are out there. Grandparents, just community members will show up. The staff comes to games. We had a pretty big group of staff at the Ogdensburg game. And it's Saturday, but people have a lot of other things to do, and if they're choosing us to come watch us, we're pretty appreciative of that.
No question. Now, I know you don't like to talk too much about yourself. It's all about the girls, but focusing on you a little bit, I mean, you're now third on the list of all-time winningest coaches in Section 2 at a young age. But how do you feel about that? What's it taken for you to get to this level at this point of your career?
Well, it's obviously pretty cool stat there. But for me, it's not about, it is about winning and losing. At the varsity level, obviously, you want to win as many games as you can. But it's not something I really think about. I don't say, okay, I have this many wins. I actually didn't even count them up till last year because it wasn't something I had thought about. And then someone asked me, they're like, hey, we're doing records, where are you at? And I was like, not too bad.
Exactly.
We've had good teams for years now, pitching-wise. I had Kelly Driscoll for a while, Amanda Jacobs. I had some kids that, Jess Van Elsen, Aaron Wadsworth, those are kids that could all throw. So it helps to have a good pitcher, but we also had to, pull the whole team together and be able to hit and field and everything else. So I think just the programs have been built up. Kids were playing a lot. They started playing travel ball, and that makes my job a little easier. When you have kids that actually have learned a little bit of the game, you don't have to restart, in their freshman or sophomore year.
No doubt. But now, in terms of your playing career, that stellar career, Hudson High, Columbia Green, St. Bonaventure, and I understand you were a pretty good soccer player, too. I have that on good authority, But, but tell me about playing and coaching and the transition you made, because a lot of really, really good athletes, good players, are not capable of making that transition, or they try and they're good players, but they don't become good coaches, or they're not so good at playing and they become great coaches. But you were very good at both. What's the secret?
I'm not sure if there is a secret, to be honest with you. I just, having a teaching background, I think helps. And I like the fact that I can have the kids in school, communicate with them on a different level. And then when you get to coaching, it's more of a, I'm trying to think of how to put it. Kind of like a sisterly, motherly role you kind of take on. You're taking care of them all at practice. You got to take them all over the place, stay over places. It's a different feeling, a different relationship that you have with the kids at that point. And that's something that, I think is a big deal. You have to you have to get them to buy in to what you're doing. And that's tough sometimes. The relationship with people is a lot different. The way you talk to people, you don't know how to talk to kids. And so I think the teaching thing has definitely helped with that.
Now, tell us your itinerary. So the game is obviously the semifinal game that you play with Olean is 9 a.m. at Moreau Rec on Saturday morning. So obviously you're probably going to stay the night, the night before up in that area. But tell us your itinerary. What do you got going on from Friday on?
Friday afternoon, we're going to leave school at 11:30.
Yep.
They're going to do a little send-off, state send-off for us. Have some people come down to the gym and kind of get us to who we're on.
Nice.
Send us off on the bus, and then we'll probably get to the hotel around 1:30. Check in there. We have practice from 2 to 3 over at Moreau.
Yep.
Then we come back to the hotel. Kids will get ready, shower, do whatever, hang out for a while. We have to go to South Glen Falls High School at between 5 and 5:30. They have to bring their bats. They have a bat check.
Wow.
We do dinner 5:30 to 6:30. In the cafeteria, they set up a whole dinner for all the classes.
Nice.
And all the teams competing. And then we line up 6:45 for the opening ceremony. They run the opening ceremony, I think, 7 to 7:30. Kids hang out. Coaches go have a meeting, determine who's home and away team. They give us all the info that we need, and then we head back to the hotel, hang out for an hour and a half or so, check the rooms, go to bed, and we're up at like 6:30 Saturday morning, getting ready to eat breakfast and head out to the field.
I got a feeling none of you are going to get a lot of sleep that night, though. I mean, with all the excitement and that's going on, I mean, with so much riding on this, but just a tremendous thing, Coach. But tell me in your words, what would winning another state title, the team's second in 4 years, mean not only to the program and to you personally, but to the girls and to the community at large?
I think it means a lot, you know, especially to the girls. It's funny because some of the kids that I talked to that won it in 2015, when you first win, you don't, you know, you won, it's great, you won a state tournament, but you don't get it.
Right.
Like, you don't understand what it really meant until, like, a couple kids I talked to a couple years later. They're like, yeah, this is so cool. It's awesome that you guys are going back. They don't understand how great it is, and they didn't either. You know, so I think it brings the community together. I think it's just a big deal for the girls, and I think it's just exciting for the whole community and the school and everything that, you know, the boys soccer team has been real successful like that. It's nice to have another team that has been able to do it too.
It's just an amazing feat, and I got to tell you that the whole community is behind not only the you but the softball team, and it's just been a great run for you guys, win or lose. I mean, we're all proud of you and congratulate you on another stellar season.
Great, thanks a lot, Tim. Totally appreciate it.
You got it, Trace. Thank you.
Absolutely, and good luck this weekend. We appreciate you calling in.
Thanks. Hope to see everybody up there.
Absolutely.
Right. Now, they're not the only team going this weekend. We also have Greenville. They're a three-time Section 2 champion in softball. They're going down. Same field. They're going to be playing in the afternoon. The winners go on and play 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock.
Yeah, they play Chautauqua Lake.
Right.
That's right.
Yep. So it's going to be a pretty fun weekend out there. Lots of good teams to see. If you have nothing to do on Saturday, definitely go check them out.
You know what? I mean, even if you're not the biggest follower of high school softball or softball in general, it's such a great weekend. I've had the honor and the pleasure of being up there and watching Ichabod a few times, and then seeing Greenville, who was making a return appearance this year, their second straight Final Four, and there's nothing like it. I mean, even a couple of years ago when Ichabod was up there and they played Marlboro in the semifinals, they had a torrential rainstorm. It's just such a great atmosphere, such a great fun time. All the kids involved, all the schools from all over the state, all the fans coming in. It's just a tremendous day, and again, you can't beat it. I mean, of course, Ichabod plays at 9 a.m. Their first game, Greenville, plays at 11:30. If Ichabod wins, they would play at 1:30 against the winner of the other semifinal in Class B, Westlake and Susquehanna Valley. And if Greenville wins at 11:30, they'd play at 4:30 for the state Class C championship against the winner of Sandy Creek and Pine Plains. Pine Plains, who eliminated Greenville in the semifinals last year. So Greenville looking for a little get back this year, and Ichabod as well, because the last time they were there, they lost in the semifinals. But it's just a great time, and our area has a lot to be proud of.
It does. We get a little bit spoiled by these two teams. You think we always have a team to cover up there, but end of the day, there's 4 teams in the whole state in Class B, 4 teams in Class B or Class C. That's it. So to have one of our local teams in the area there,
it's amazing.
The past 4 years, we've had somebody there, is definitely amazing to represent the section.
2 in 1 year.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
So it'll be a busy weekend. Also, we have track. We have 4 female track athletes going to the state tournament this weekend, state championships. Emma Boham over at Ichabod is the defending 100-meter champion. Joining her also from Ichabod is Abby Dahl. She was an 8th grader. She'll be running the 1500. Tori Wimple from Maple Hill is competing in the triple jump. And Conakill's China Lockenwitz is going for her second time to the state tournament in the 100-meter dash.
Go get it, girls.
Yeah, so they're definitely representing our area well also.
No question about it.
Yeah.
A lot of good things happening.
Definitely are. And just to run down quickly, the Patroon Conference Baseball All-Stars were released this past week. We have Jeremy Ramirez. I'm just going to run through a list. MVP in a
well-deserved.
We'll talk about in a second. Very tightly contested MVP race.
Very contested, hotly.
So first team: Milton Edmonds, Greenville; Nick Butler, Maple Hill; Justin Hatch, Coxsackie Athens; Caleb Doyle, Chatham; Jeremy Kramer, Hudson; Brandon Ecott, Catskill; Caleb Taylor, Chatham; Liam Krasny, Greenville; Lakai Russell, Green Tech. Second team: Addison Allen, Catskill; Alec Yeager, Maple Hill; Aiden Bohm, Coxsackie Athens; Dalton Perwixma, Greenville; Donovan Meyer, Takana Kills, Jake Hall from Carroll Durham. We had Steve Bowes from Hudson, Mike Petramali from Coxsackie, and Ryan Doyle from Chatham. So a lot of those guys also, we've talked about before, really could have moved around a little bit there.
Right.
Alec Yeager, one of the better pitchers in the area overall. He
Surprised
he
didn't make first team.
Yeah, he took Maple Hill up to the championship game for Section 2. Very, very good pitcher, second team guy.
And Steve Bowes as well
Bowes,
for Hudson.
yep.
I think is definitely a first team candidate. But again, congratulations to all these kids.
Yeah,
And Tarico Freeze, who's the coach of the year
right.
from Maple Hill.
Yep.
But yeah, as you mentioned, the MVP voting extremely close. It couldn't get any closer. I mean, it was a 5-4 vote. Jeremy Ramirez with the 5 votes, and Milton Edmonds from Greenville, who had a statistically tremendous year for the Spartans, and Coach Dane Carpenter was second, but very hotly contested, and both kids so deserving.
They are. I'm surprised they didn't do a co-MVP this year because they were just so close in terms of their stats and how well they did for their teams to bring their teams to where they went. But definitely a big congratulations to all those guys. There were a lot of other guys around the league that could have made it, that didn't make it.
Yep.
And that just shows, again, how packed the talent is around here.
No question about it.
Especially for baseball.
For a small area, we have some athletes in this community, no question about it.
Easily. They could have done a third team with a lot of these guys, and then you'd be saying to those guys, they should have been on the second team, they could have been on the first team.
That's what's fun about these.
At some point, you have to make a cutoff.
A lot of back and forth with these all-star teams.
Yeah, definitely. So this weekend, definitely a big weekend for us around here, but we will catch up with you next weekend. Thank you for watching the Press Box, presented by Columbia Green Federal Credit Union.